What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we are going to check out Resident Evil 3. We just got done with Resident Evil 2 a little bit ago, did some other games for the Asus Ally, but now it's time for me to do another game on here. Now, I did have a couple other requests to do on this thing, but I wanted to get these things done real quick too, so figured I'd do those real quick. I wrote down all the rest into a to-do list, so I won't forget all the different requests. But anyway, so we're gonna play at 1080p, then jump up to 1440, then we'll move on to the secondary computer and we'll finish up with the main computer. And then don't worry, we'll do all these Resident Evil games on the ROG Ally too. So that's the only thing we haven't done them on at this point, besides, you know, right now, this. But anyway, let's fix that right now and go get started. Well, now before we hop into the game, of course, we gotta look at all the settings. So we're gonna do 1080p here, and we're just gonna max everything out and just see how it plays. And even if it can play fine, since we're just gonna kind of stick around indoors for the majority of the time here in the beginning of the game, we're gonna go through all the settings. Because for all we know, just because it gets good FPS here, it doesn't mean it's gonna be great FPS once we get outside with all the zombies out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So there we go. We've reached the bottom. Let's go hop into the game and see how it does, just completely maxed out, balls to the wall. Well, here we go at the beginning of the game. We're completely maxed out, even got ray tracing enabled. And we're doing a lot better than we thought. But keep in mind, we're still indoors. No action going on or nothing. But still doing better than I thought it was going to be perfectly honest with you. Usually when we turn ray tracing on these things, no matter what, it's frickin' just a slideshow of under 20 FPS. Most people that buy something like this aren't going to want to do, you know, under 60, but some people are okay with that, but I think most people can agree with me that anything under 30 is just unplayable. All right, let's answer our phone. Hello? Here.
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Nope, you don't have time. Because surprise, whatever is searching for you has found you. Props to her for not dropping the gun, too. Getting kicked in the stomach like that, a lot of people would let go of whatever's in their hand.
What the hell is that thing?
Nothing good. Alright, out the window we go. And anytime you think you're safe in this game, you're not. Because you're all like, oh cool, I got away from him, everything's totally fine now. Just kidding. An uppercut doesn't finish you off? Well, guess what? Although she ain't going for it. Now we're gonna start going through all the presets. So we're gonna start off with the preset max, which does not include ray tracing like what I did in the beginning of truly maxed out. So that's why I wanted to do that too, just to see what's what. So let's just cruise on down to the bottom, see what the settings it includes are. All right. And there we go. Let's get into the game and we'll see how it does now without the ray tracing. Here we go, beginning of the game. But now we're on their version of max with no ray tracing. So as you can see, we're getting like almost 200 FPS now. So, well, 90 is plenty for a game like this in my opinion. It dropped down to 65 a couple of times during when that guy was beating the shit out of us, or at least trying to. He got a couple good hits in on her. But now we're getting much more FPS than that.
Who could that be?
Well, let's go find out. It's not like we don't already know from what we just watched, but...
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Like, honestly, guys, what would you do right now? That thing busts through your wall. I mean, my best shot is, since I do not have one of those sitting right next to me at all times, I would probably just grab my finest katana and run and jump out a window for now and just kind of watch what it does. Because if you're not watching, as you'll see here, you almost lose your head. See? It may not be the fastest thing, but damn, oh damn, is it fast, or not fast, but so strong. Had a stoner moment there. Forgot what I wanted to say. Now, if I could get to my gun cabinet, I could grab my AR, freaking Judge, Desert Eagle, something like that. But I don't think this thing would give me time to be like, all right, well, you go put in that code. Have fun. No, it would just be like, oh, you're putting a code to something? I'm just going to grab you and snap you in half. Anyway, though, why don't we now go ahead and move on? Now we're going to do the preset ray tracing. So let's go walk you guys through what that entails. We have ray tracing on, but instead of high, like I had it when we maxed the game completely out, they'd settle for medium. So let's keep going down and see what else they'd mess around with here. Alright, we reached the bottom, so let's go see how ray tracing preset handles. Ray tracing preset now, so let's see how it does. I think at this part we were getting like 90 with the game maxed out, so it's definitely better on the FPS here. So you might be honestly fine like this the whole entire game. But I like going through all the settings though, just to be sure. Unless I'm 100% positive the game is going to run fine the whole time. Like, if it was getting what it did without the ray tracing, like 200 and something FPS, I would have been like, okay, no, we're just going to get like 5, 6, 7 minutes of gameplay of screen and switch over to camera, call it quits, and just say, hey, man, this thing handles this game great. Go for it. Buy it. You're good to go. You don't got to worry about it, you know?
Jill, are you okay?
But with a game like this has a lot of different variables,
Gotta get out
so
of there.
What are you talking about?
don't
I
have
like
time to
doing that.
explain.
And some of the
Gotta get out
later
there
ones after
right
this,
now.
All right, let
like
me
the
grab
remakes after this, have FSR on top of it that I would normally do, but in this game I don't think you really need FSR because it's 1.0, so I don't even consider it as really an option. It just makes things look way too terrible. That's why it's kind of a shame that this thing incorporates it in a lot of its presets, in my honest opinion. But then if I turned it off, it wouldn't be the preset anymore, so I thought about doing that, being like, I wonder how the presets would run if we just turned off the FSR, but figured best to just keep it, you know,
What the
preset.
hell is that thing?
Alright, let's keep on running. Uh-oh. Mister, you almost out of dry food? Well, I guess after I'm done with this little part here, which is only a couple more seconds here, I gotta give my kitty some more dry food. She's almost out. Well, she just ran out. She's looking at me now like, hey, aren't you gonna do something about this? I will in a second. But anyway, let's go move on. Graphics priority time now. So let's go and see what all that does here. Now I believe this is where we start turning in on all the FSR on. So yep, it's 1.0 and then you have it at ultra quality. So see what you guys think. I can tell a huge difference. It looks way too soft with FSR on. So that's why I avoided using it in all my settings. Because you could probably do ray tracing and that and have lots of FPS, but then if it makes it look bad with ray tracing, why have that on? Now here we go. Prioritize graphics setting here. And yeah, I don't know, I can just tell a pretty big difference. Everything's way softer. It's not like, oh my god, is the world unplayable? But I just tell a little difference, so I like pointing these things out when I can tell, you know?
Who could that be?
Who could it be indeed? There's no way we know. This is gonna be such a surprise.
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now!
All right, let me grab my...
Deja vu. No, they definitely did a great job making that thing look intimidating. Now, see, I didn't play a bunch of these earlier ones. My first one I played and beat was actually Resident Evil 4 Remake. So, after I had fun with that, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna go back and buy all of these. These games are badass. I'm not great at them. I get owned and die a bazillion times. But
What the hell
still
is that
nothing like I
thing?
died in Sirico or Elden Ring. Oh god, what was that other one? Wulong. God, I can't count how many times I died in those games before I finally beat them. It's like my playtime hours didn't seem like that awful long, but it felt like an eternity just to beat every single one. But in admittance, I didn't besides Elden Ring, I went a lot of places. Still didn't go everywhere though, but
No way.
I didn't really explore Sirico or Wulong as much as I probably could have. But I still had a shit ton of fun with them. The Wulong was so stuttery, it kind of made it a chore. I think that was also one of the reasons I died so much. Anyway, moving on. Do a little balanced preset now here. So let's back out of this screen and we'll go and see what's what. What did it change? Alright, that's the bottom, so let's go in and see how balanced mode does. Now we have balanced preset to do, so we'll start where we have started every other time and we'll just do our little benchmark run again. It may not look like that detail anymore, but we sure are getting lots of FPS. We're getting like esports levels of FPS, at least indoors here. But it's just her apartment, so it's not like there's a lot to render. Let's see how the frames do once this guy busts through with his wall and starts doing his
Jill,
work on
are
us.
you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now!
All right, let me grab my...
But yeah, I'm sure more seasoned people that have played these games already know who that is, but what is that monster?
What the hell is that thing?
I'm sure I'll find out eventually as I play, but I still haven't even beaten the first one, so I plan to go in order from now on. I'm gonna go play the first one, remaster the whole way through, and then go from there. Then I'll go to 2, and then 3, and so on and so forth. I already did 4, so don't have to do that one. But then I can do 5 and 6, which don't have remasters yet. Those are still the originals. At least for now, but they're from the 360 era, so they're probably going to get one pretty soon, but probably not for like 3 or 4 more years would be my guess. But I'm excited for when they do. I'll definitely pick them up and replay them. I'm going to play them all in order, whether they're good graphics or older school graphics. Let's do performance priority now. So let's back on out and we'll go see what all that changed. So this is obviously supposed to be for more low-end stuff, so, which this is not low-end. I would consider this laptop still, you know, probably top of mid-range to the bottom of high-end still. But anyway, let's go and see how it does. Alright guys, here we go with prioritize performance. And holy shit, we're getting 400 FPS. I really wished a freaking game would get over 9,000 FPS so I could legitimately say it's over 9,000. That would be so cool. Completely pointless and useless, but still so cool. I don't think there's a single game in existence I can do that in, though. Like, even the original Doom, I think that'd be a stretch for. Could be wrong, though. Does anybody know a game that'd actually be fucking possible in? Anyway, let's go answer our little phone.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
And while she gets her ass pummeled here, I think it's about time for us to take another hit. It's been quite a while.
What the hell is that
I'm honestly
thing?
surprised that door held one hit. That dude seems to be an absolute powerhouse. Alright, he busts holes through walls and whatnot, I know. This freaking wooden thing will stop him. Still, better than doing nothing, I guess. Although I guess some could argue she'd have been better off with just running here. But I think no matter what she did, he would always just be like, nope, somehow I know where you are. I'm gonna bust through here and just fuck you up. And in any case, that's our cue to move on. Now on to recommended preset, which I've always thought is very similar to balanced, but slightly different. So let's go look through all the settings here real quick and we'll see what's what, then we'll hop on into the game. And there we are, already at the bottom. So, to the game we go. We shall do some recommended settings now here, or the preset rather. But here's a good example. Without FSR and all that other stuff, you can actually like see her fingerprints when she brings them up to the camera like that. You'll see that when I do my settings though. I was trying to point out a good time where it would actually, you know, be like, okay, there's a damn good difference. There's a place where I could really point it out. It's so nice of this thing to wait until I pick up the phone and start talking. Imagine
Hello?
it's all like, hello,
Are you
boom, just
okay?
punches out. You just see a
Brad,
hand
is that
plop
you?
through the wall, grab
Listen,
her
you
neck,
gotta
and
get
rip
out
her
of
into the
there.
other
What are you
room.
talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there.
But then that would
right
be pretty much
now.
game
Alright,
over, I
let me
feel
grab my-
like. And that'd be a very short game. So, in the way they did, it's a little bit better and more dramatic. Take that, you motherfucker. I shoot you in the face with a pistol. But it doesn't seem to be doing jack diddy.
What the hell is that thing?
Time to get out of here, that's what that thing is.
What the hell?
What the hell is right? That thing is mad strong and mad crazy. Okay, so now let's do my settings. So let's cruise down. I did not use ray tracing and we're not using FSR, so hopefully the picture will look a lot crisper than it did before for most of the other settings. We got good anti-aliasing. We didn't max everything we could have, but most things maxed. Turn shadow quality down one tick for max, cause same with that other thing above it. Anyway though, we've reached the bottom, so let's go and see how my settings do. Here we go with my settings now. And see what I mean about the fingerprints? You couldn't really make those out with the FSR on. Not the biggest deal in the world, like game over, can't see the chick's fingerprints, but still, I like crisp image. Even if I'm gonna be playing at 1080p, I'd like the crispest image I can have. And that's why I really like 1080p on the Ally. I mean, it's a small screen, it's a little overkill, but
Hello?
it does look extra crisp.
Are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain.
But I will say
You
where I
gotta get
draw
out
the
of
line
there
is when you
right
make a
now.
cell
Alright,
phone
let me
screen
grab
and
my-
whatnot, 1440p, ultra wide, and whatchamacallit, 4K. Unless you're gonna strap it to your face and do VR, I feel like that's just killing its GPU performance. But that's really only a big deal when you get into gaming anyway, and most people are not serious about gaming on their phone. They're playing like little point gotcha games, you know? Pick it up, 10 minutes, do some stuff, alright, done. They don't need like the most powerful GPU in the world for that, so. But then again, I guess they don't really need 4K on their phone either, but I mean, what else are they gonna market at this point? We're running out of stuff to make phones cool. I mean, I'm still on a OnePlus 8 Pro. I just haven't felt the need to upgrade. I can get any phone I want, but why? I like this thing. Most phones keep on taking away features, like the new one doesn't have wireless charging or like front-facing speakers and like a bunch of the cool shit I like. And if I'm gonna get my Tesla Plaid, I kinda want a phone with wireless charging so I can plop it down in a little wireless charging station.
No way.
Especially because currently, I can't charge this in any of my phones because my damn charge port's broken. And most people at that point would get a new phone, but nope, I like this phone so much, I went and got a wireless charging pad from OnePlus. Anyway though, why don't we go ahead and move on? Well, alright guys, let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now with my settings here. Teeny tiny little stutter. Alright, let's go answer the phone and get the shit stomped out of us again.
Hello? Brad, is that you? What are you talking about? Oh, let me grab my-
There was no time to grab your blank. 'Cause this guy's like, I'm coming through your fucking wall. That does not appear to be doing anything, besides irritating it. Alright, time to go, go, go! Whoop, don't lose your head though. Not a bad idea, but it did come through your wall. I seriously doubt it cares about doors. It makes its own doors. And we'll go a little bit farther than we did as usual though, once we get to the camera portion here. Screw you, buddy. Well, that's a pretty big boom. Well, looks like we're down here now. Holy shit. He's all like, fuck your fucking head. He is gonna kill you dead. But nope, we barely got out. But alright, I think that's good for camera. So now, why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Resident Evil 3. And besides ray tracing, which I think once we got out of the apartment and started walking around amongst all the zombies, I think we would have dropped below 60 a lot. So I decided to go with the settings I went instead. I think even though you don't need 150 to 200 FPS in a game like this, it's still nice to have when you have a 300 Hz screen. So why the hell not, right? So very happy to announce that's another game that the Asus G15 Advantage can play no problem, though it is a bit older title, so you would hope so, but just because it's an older title doesn't mean it's gonna run good necessarily. But in any case, that is all we got for this video, so it's time to wrap it up so we can go move on to 1440p, and then the desktops, and then eventually the Ally. But I got a bunch of other actual request videos to do on that one, so this will have to wait until I'm done with those. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.